very briefly touch on three properties of definite integrals that literally everybody should know. So first and foremost, if you are trying to find the definite integral from a to a, as in the upper and lower bounds are the same, of any function, doesn't matter, it's always going to be zero. Because essentially, I want you to think about it this way. The definite integral finds the area. Well, in this case, the width of the area is zero. There is no width, so there's no real way to multiply that times anything else. The width of the interval is zero, so that means the area has to be zero. Now, another way to think about it, since definite integrals involve signed area, as in sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative, what can happen is you might have this instance where the bounds, the upper and lower bounds, are switched. Like it might go from 5 to -2. You don't want that. You want to switch them. So here's what you're going to do. You're just going to change the sign. Okay? If you change the sign, it makes your life a whole lot easier in how to determine the definite integral. Now, this last one, if I have a definite integral, and this is really helpful, especially for things like piecewise functions or things that aren't necessarily normally defined for a all the way to b, I can split them up to where they are defined. So I can split them up and say that the integral from a to c plus the integral from c to b. And I can still calculate it this way. Again, this one is really helpful for piecewise functions. So you would split it up to the different pieces. This is the first piece, there's the second piece, and that's where it switches from one piece to the other. So again, these are very helpful properties that everybody should know about definite integrals.